Welcome to the Brunswick Group Therapy Podcast with Lucas and Kimberlee.
We're back with another episode, number 15.
Woohoo!
So school started last week. There were not any posts about school bus issues
Not
or
too much drama.
drop-off lines. I had the pleasure of going through the middle school drop-off line. My kid missed the bus on day 3. So that's a well-oiled machine they got going over there.
Good.
Yeah. I don't want to do it again. You know, that's what the bus is for, but it was in and out.
Good.
Here's a post talking about back to school. This person said they lived on Hickory Ridge for 4 years now, and the school sign finally has the hours listed for the speed limit zone. I don't know. I was driving down Towsley, and those lights weren't on when the high school was starting.
I noticed they weren't at Kidder either. All week long, I don't think I've seen
I
them
don't know if they forgot to turn them on or we're just not going at the right times, but that's great that they added the hours to the elementary school
Always
signs.
a good reminder, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, man.
This one hurts.
I'm excited.
No.
So we're talking about Honey Hut, who is announced that they're converting next year into Rosati's custard. Go ahead.
Crickets. No, I got nothing.
You like Honey Hut?
I do. I don't like that other place that you like.
I like custard, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a fat chick. It's not like I'm not going to give it a try, but, you know, I don't know. But then we also have to remember that there's ice cream at the doghouse, too.
There's
Not
lots
a drive-through,
lots of
but-
ice cream places.
so.
Mapleside has ice cream. DQ has ice
I don't know
cream.
if Mapleside
Sweet
still has
Frog, and
DQ
they're all
doesn't have
delicious.
hard serve.
No.
It's soft serve, not. So here's an argument, or a discussion. Excuse
Sure.
me, not an argument. You know, I'm always up for an argument, though. Is Dairy Queen ice cream soft serve the same as custard?
No. No.
Somebody was arguing that on the page the other day, and I'm like, no, it's not even the same thing. Even
No.
I know that.
No, custard is a creamier, softer
Yeah.
thing, but it's not soft serve. It still comes in they still scoop it.
I mean, it'll be an adjustment period, but
I'm excited.
I'll
And
figure it out.
a little bit later in the episode, I'm going to tell you there's another custard place wanting to come to town.
Stop it.
Yeah.
You know what else today is? It's our big announcement.
It is.
Yes.
So tune into that.
Should we tell them now?
No.
Come on.
But-
Let me tell them now.
How are we going to go from 0 custard places
To
to 2?
Because we always have to have 2 of everything. At least 2 of everything. So, anyway, enough about ice cream because now I want ice
It's
cream.
the water tower curse. All right, we'll come back to that. What else we got going on here? Also coming later this fall,
Penn Station.
Penn Station. I mean, we got one to the north, we got one to the south. We got to have one from our own. We got a Jersey Mike's, we got a Jimmy John's, we got Savory Sub. We got
Couple Subways.
couple Subways.
Why not?
You know, each one is, a lot of people said we don't need another sub place. And, you know, they might be right, but each one has a signature sub that I prefer over one of the other ones.
What do you prefer here?
Penn Station, I like their Italian. Yeah.
I can't remember the fruit or
Yeah.
the.
Jersey Mike's, I like their cheesesteak.
What's the veggie that I said?
Jimmy John's, I like the savings. It's cheap. I like their bread.
Nice.
I guess I'm a foodie.
All right. Well, moving right along. We'll talk about this a little bit, I guess. I posted a picture of a Main Street, USA at Christmas time. So we can dream, right? If the owners would just give me like 20 grand, I can make this happen. What do you think?
Or
Think they do
40 strands of lights. You can get up there and put them up there.
Yeah.
It sure would be
right.
nice just to drive into
Wouldn't it be nice just to drive
Brunswick
in?
Town Center
Yeah.
and
See that all lit up?
lights strung across the street, and
Maybe we could ask each business to do something this year temporarily.
they could probably light up their windows, each of
Yeah.
them.
Wouldn't that be nice? Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see what else we got going on. What do we got?
Alternative Paths opened up a satellite office here in Brunswick to help outpatient counseling and a 24/7 crisis line. They help with alcohol and substance abuse disorders and assist people who are currently incarcerated. So they've been doing that
It's a great resource to have
for a long,
around
long
here.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now there's a satellite location right here in Brunswick
Nice.
that you can check out.
Moving right along. Rapid Wrench and Lube over across from, I guess the donut shop is probably the best way to say it. They're up on Pearl Road.
Where?
There we have that little tiny place up on Pearl.
Next door to
across
the
from
drive-thru?
Walgreens. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Rapid Wrench and Lube. They are going big. They are opening up a new place on Marks, 1015 Marks Road. They will be open September 5th, and they would like everybody to come on in for the month of September, and they are going to pay your sales tax on any repair. So even if it's a big one, they're going to take care of your sales tax. They're also going to do a special $10 off any oil change. Beautiful building right there on Marks Road. Congratulations to them and working hard and stretching their legs now in that gorgeous building. It's huge.
So, yeah, it says that they added a fast lane oil change too.
Ah, nice.
So, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to reveal the second custard place coming to Brunswick.
What do you got?
It's not official. They just sat down with the city, but Culver's is looking to come to the corner of Center Road and Warren.
No way.
Warren Drive is over by across the street from Citizen Bank. I think they're going to probably looking at that corner where that house is. I think that was for sale recently. Just talking with the city, but
nothing final yet.
Nothing final. So we could end up having 2 custard places in town.
Of course, we have to.
Here's another one you won't see in the group.
Do tell.
Provision Living, formerly Sanctus, has resubmitted some plans for utilities and that's the thing behind St. Ambrose, the assisted living memory care place. When they originally submitted the plan, it was going to be a 3-story, 94-unit place with 13 cottages and 40 other units of independent living.
Wow.
They tabled that, and now they're back about to submit a new plan for that property behind St. Ambrose. So we'll see how that turns out.
It'll probably go.
All right. Here, let's...
What? Is it time?
We did an interview this week.
Oh, it's not time for my big announcement?
No, let's wait till the end.
All right. Let's talk to some business.
All right. Not some business. It was Refuge Gaming.
Right. Who knew?
Yeah,
we
really
do now, and hopefully you guys will learn a little bit about them right now. So let's take a listen. Lucas had this one. I just played photographer that day.
Good stuff. Here we go. So we are at Refuge Gaming, right across the street from the middle school in the plaza, along with the bowling alley and the place for teens. And we're learning a little bit about Refuge Gaming today. I am here with one of the owners, and your name?
Dustin Smith.
Dustin. It is a pleasure to meet you today and check out Refuge Gaming. How long have you guys been in this plaza, and what brought you?
Refuge Gaming opened in March of 2022, and what brought me here was I'm actually a resident of Brunswick. I was stationed here with the Marine Corps about 10 years ago, and I moved into Brunswick and kind of fell in love with the place. And the reason we selected it was it's an easy location that's minutes off the highway. It's kind of centrally located to a lot of big population centers, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cincinnati, Cleveland, Toledo, Detroit, all of these. It's easy to get here, so we can have large-scale events, regional type of championship events. And Brunswick City has been really, really, really good with us in terms of assisting us in setting up. Chamber of Commerce was excellent in making us feel super welcome and making us make us feel bigger than we were when we did our open house and we did our ribbon cutting. And the city planner Grant Onks really, really helped us locate this area. A lot of people made a leap of faith, not knowing exactly what we do. I'd love to thank our insurance providers over at Firemark, because insuring this type of business is an interesting proposal. Our landlord did a great job in trusting that we could make money. He still really doesn't know what we do, but he's happy to have us here. So.
All right. Yeah, the space is amazing. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what you do here?
So we are a 24/7 controlled access gaming event center. We service in service side, or we specialize in service side as opposed to retail side. That's not to say we don't sell stuff. We definitely sell products in our massive retail space, but our primary goal is to get people in here playing games, having fun, and building communities. That's what we do. At the end of the day, our primary source of revenue is our space and our community and access to them. With that said, we love to have people in here playing games. Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Wednesdays tend to be our busiest nights. Mm-hmm. We have organized play for several games that people have heard of, such as Pokemon, Magic, Warhammer 40K. We also have organized play for games that people are less familiar with, such as Crokinole, Beano, Flesh and Blood, Malifaux, Settlers of Catan, stuff like that.
Okay, that's very cool. Where do they learn about what's available Do you have a website?
We do have a website. Our website tries to keep our calendar updated at least 3 months out. The website is how we do almost everything. On there you can see video tours, virtual tours of the place. You can see the place in use with our awesome community. They are photogenic. Brandon and myself are not, so we try to show them more than we show us. We love showing them off. They're a great group of folks. We are blessed to have an amazing community of gamers. Relatively drama-free. I mean, when you have a large group of people, you're always going to have some drama, but for us, our drama is very minimal. Everybody's just happy to play here, very welcoming. If someone comes in that they don't know, they're going to introduce themselves. If they're playing a game, they're going to invite you to play a game. And if you try and get away by saying, "Well, I don't know how to play that game," they're going to teach you. They're very, very, very good at what we do, and they're awesome community. We're happy to have them.
That's awesome, because there is a lot of games that kind of look intimidating when you pull up to the table and you look at it, and so it's nice that they're inviting and supportive of new people. This room is really, really large. How many people do you fit in here? And you got some other rooms around the facility. What do you do in each of these rooms?
Our main room is 2,600 square feet. We're rated to 168 occupation. 15 gaming tables, large format 4x8s. So you can play anything from large war games such as Bolt Action, Warhammer 40K, large miniature games, Bolt Action, Warhammer 40K, large board games like Terra Mystica, ISS Vanguard, or card games, whatever game you play, we can accommodate in the main room. We have several smaller rooms, 2 private game rooms, which are perfect for role-playing games such as Dungeons and Dragons, Savage Worlds, stuff like that. Our smaller rooms accommodate 6 comfortably, 8 a little uncomfortable, but still very nice. They're relatively soundproof, and they do have the ability to be closed. Our multifunction room can accommodate about 25, and it's reconfigurable. It's about 600 square feet. And then we have our locker room, which has 36 lockers. We have a dining area, and we have a voluminous, massive retail space of 200 square feet. So total the facility is 4,400 square feet, and 4,000 square feet of it is gaming.
Okay, very cool. Speaking of the retail area, what type of products do you sell there?
So our retail area features a lot of the mainstream games that you would expect in a game store, Games Workshop products, Pokemon, Magic, Dungeons and Dragons. But we also specialize in more boutique items. So games that you may not see at a traditional game store, things like Carnivale, things like Drowned Earth, things like Super Show, the wrestling card game, Rumble Slam, the wrestling miniatures game, Dragon Dice, some of the lesser known RPG games such as Through the Breach and Savage Worlds, stuff like that.
And then I saw you also had some paint supplies and a painting area.
Yeah, we are one of the few stores in the area that carries Reaper Master Series paint. Happy to have it. It's one of my favorites. We also carry Army Painter. We also carry Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl. The reason we carry so many paints is we have an amazing painting community, which loves to take advantage of our dedicated painting area. I spend a lot of time up there myself, and one of the cool things we do here is we also provide monthly painting seminars. So if you're not familiar with painting, or you're uncomfortable with it, or you want to learn a new technique, you can come in and we'll teach you a new technique. And then if you need some more private lessons, we can do that too. So.
And then you had a couple shelves here that are they look like miniatures for games with some mats. Anybody can pick those up and use them as they need.
Yeah, we have several game mats in various sizes: 3x3, 4x4, 44x60, 4x8. A lot of game mats. We have a huge and growing game library or terrain library where folks who come in can borrow our terrain, set up their tables, and reenact their little battles from anything from historic, such as Civil War battles, Gettysburg, stuff like that, all the way up to far future fantasy battles and everything in between. We also run a 3D print service for our customers. And our members, they can print everything from small miniatures in resin all the way up to large format buildings in filament.
So that's pretty cool too. As somebody who has not played any of these games, I'm a Monopoly kind of guy, and I've never had the opportunity to explore this. Could you tell me a little bit about this style of game?
Yeah, so most folks are aware of the American style of board game, and American style board games are a bit different than what we typically do. American style board games like Monopoly, Sorry, Life, they tend to be very, very competitive, and I like to say a good way to lose friends. European style games are what we call collaborative competitive. So you can set yourself up. A sterling example of this is Settlers of Catan, probably one of the most well-known European board games out there. In Settlers of Catan, it's kind of like a Monopoly type thing where you're building settlements and connecting with roads and trying to gain resources to win the game. But on your turn, if you roll the dice and your numbers don't come up, you may not get anything where all of your competitors do. In order to win the game, you usually have to establish a pretty strong trading game of resources. Like, let's say your settlements are the only ones that have access to pastures and sheep. Well, you are going to be able to trade sheep for other resources that you may not have access to. Other examples of this would be one of my favorite games called Carcassonne, where it's kind of like a take on dominoes, where you're matching tiles with faces, and you are putting what we call meeples, that has become kind of the universal term for board game pieces. You're placing meeples on various things and trying to construct a city. Once that city is constructed, or the road's completed, or whatever the case is, you can score off of that. But your opponents can also contribute to your constructions. So it's an interesting dynamic in terms of how the games play. Instead of being strictly adversarial, where there's just one distinct winner, a lot of European games have kind of multiple paths to victory, and keep everybody kind of engaged in that collaborative effort.
Okay, so it's almost like a team type thing with strategy and.
There are definitely some Euro-inspired games that are produced in America that have a very, very team-oriented mindset. One particular game comes to mind is called Arkham Horror, and another one is called Zombicide. Zombicide is a game where you either all succeed or you all fail. You're survivors in a zombie apocalypse, and you are trying to accomplish various objectives before the zombie horde kills the team. And if one person isn't on board with the plan and the strategy, it can go downhill very, very quickly. But we have a lot of fun with that one, too.
Very cool. Do you have any upcoming events going on, or certain times that people could stop in and check out the place?
So we have some events we're super excited about. The first one is for a Canadian game called Crokinole. It's a dexterity-based game where it's kind of like, if you're familiar with caroms or if you're familiar with Olympic curling and darts, it's kind of like a weird amalgamation of those, kind of like a shuffleboard. And September 9th, we have a tournament for that, where we're going to have some folks come in and play. It's going to be a great time. It's also a good way to earn entry into our end-of-the-year invitational Crokinole event. We also have in October, this is one of my favorite events, it's called Shelter in Place. Best thought of as adult freeze tag, where you play humans and zombies. Zombies are trying to simply eat all the humans. Humans are trying to recover resources to build a radio to call for help and get evacuated. It is an incredible game. We actually... Last year when we did it, we made sure to call Brunswick PD and let them know that there was going to be people outside in military-style uniforms with flashing lights. And they were intrigued on what we were doing. But we had a great time with it last year. We're looking forward to it again this year. We had 22 participants last year. We'd like to get up to, we'd like to double that if we could. So everybody in the community is encouraged to come out for that. In terms of access to the space, we are 24/7 access controlled. Those folks who are members get unlimited 24/7 access to the space, which is great for gamers, third, second shifters who typically don't have a place to play. They can come in here 2, 3 in the morning and they can game. That's not to say that the facility is manned at all times. Both owners, Brent and myself, we do take off Mondays, and then Tuesday through Sunday, we're pretty much here about 10-ish to about 6-ish most days. And we can always flex those if we know somebody's coming in. We monitor our video cameras to watch the door, but if we don't see somebody at the door, if the lights are on, somebody's here. You may just have to knock on the window or wait a few minutes and we'll come out and meet you. You don't have to be a member to come in and shop. You don't have to be a member to attend events. One of our more common events that people from out of membership attend is Flesh and Blood Card Night or Pokemon events, where we charge a fee for those events, but the fee for that event does cover you for your day pass. If you want to come in and try the place out, first night's always free. After that, it's $5 a night. If you wanted to become a member, it's $25 a month, and it includes access for you and a guest. Everyone's entitled to a guest. You need at least 2 people to play a game, so
Sure.
that's why we give them the guest. We also do offer a discount on product that we sell, you special order. Almost always we can give 15% off. There are some products that are very limited or have no margins that we'll happily bring in. We just can't give you the discount on. One of our recent releases was for a Disney game called Lorcana, probably the hottest, most anticipated game of the year. And there were a lot of stores in the area that were selling stuff, and unfortunately some folks were selling for higher than MSRP. We sold for MSRP, and we sold actually a lot of it at a discount. But we did have folks from out of our membership coming in, seeing the space, buying product, and we were happy to sell it to them. So the reason we have the access control is because we are truly 24/7, and we're not manned 24/7. Brandon and myself, we head home, and when we head home, we have to have trust and confidence that the folks who are going to stay in and continue to play games aren't going to destroy the place. In return, we provide a safe, spacious, comfortable space for you to game in that's not your house. And we have a lot of people who take advantage of that.
I would imagine so. I think $25 a month is very reasonable for not having to tidy up your house to have people over, or not having to figure out where it is, or not having to pack up and go home at a certain time when, maybe some other place closes, or wherever else you're playing.
Those are all good points, and those are all things that we would we emphasize when folks come in and tour. So if you ever want to give tours for us, more than welcome.
It's a great model. Yeah.
We have some other amenities for the house. First off, we do have the private game rooms, which are great for the role-playing gamers. As you mentioned, most of the time those occur in people's houses, but you don't have to clean up and entertain. I mean, obviously, you don't want to leave a mess here because we can revoke membership for that. But it's a safe space where you don't have to worry about necessarily someone outside of your friend group in your house unsupervised. We also have locker rooms. We have a locker room and lockers available, so you don't have to cart your stuff back and forth. There's a slight upcharge for those. The private game rooms, there's a slight upcharge for those. And then if you do have an RPG group, although we would love everybody to be a member, we realize that not everybody's going to be a member. There's a slight upcharge that allows you to bring in 4 additional guests for RPG games. We have a lot of folks who take advantage of those. We have we have actually some younger folks who take advantage of that as well. We're happy to have them. A couple caveats to our facility. First, we don't allow alcohol on premises. That's a condition of our lease. With the 12-step program down below, we want to be good neighbors. We don't want to give any enticement. Plus, we are 24/7. So for every 9 people who can handle their alcohol, there's always one who ruins the fun for everybody. So we're happy to enforce a no alcohol policy. There is no tobacco use in the facility. And minors are not allowed door access. They are allowed to come on premises, but the key is there's some litigation liability issues with minors that we don't necessarily want to engage with. So for our Pokemon events, we do have younger folks come in. They are more than happy to have them, but they must have a legal guardian or an adult who can kind of tell them what to do.
Sure.
Simply because I can't force a minor to stay on premises if their parents leave. By the same token, I can't really force them out if I wouldn't feel comfortable forcing them out if their parents weren't here to pick them up.
Yeah.
So we do have a large number of minors who come in, and they are great, but they do have to be accompanied by an adult.
Sure.
The other thing with us is we have a full-service dining, or I shouldn't say full-service. We have a dining area where folks are more than welcome to bring in their food. We have a microwave, vending machine, stuff like that. Beverages are allowed throughout the facility. Food has to be consumed in that area just because there's problems with pests and rodents, or not rodents, but there's pest issues that we want to take care of, and it's easier to keep them in one room than it is everywhere else. With that said, we haven't had any issues with any kind of pests. We've been very fortunate with that. Our landlord does a pretty good job of keeping the facilities up and running.
Very good. Well, I want to thank you for talking to us today. I want to thank you for your service to our country. Anything else you want to mention before we kick it off to events?
For those who are unfamiliar with the gaming world, we do a lot of learn to plays. where you just come in, you learn how to play a game, and we have everything from the mild to the wild. We have games that are very easy to pick up, such as Quarkle, which is kind of a tile-playing game where you're matching, Dice Throne, which is what I like to call Battle Yahtzee, all the way up into the very big brain type stuff of Terra Mystica, Arc Nova, Three Ring Circus, a lot of those big games. And we have a group that's great at explaining those games and breaking them down in easy terms.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to stop in sometime and check out a game or two, and I hope our community and listeners do too. And what's your website address?
www.refugegamingohio.com.
Thanks for talking to us today.
Thanks for giving us the time.
All right, that was a really fun interview.
That was interesting.
I don't know. I might take up some gaming.
He showed us every nook and cranny of that place. It's a well laid out facility, and if you're into gaming and stuff, definitely check them out.
I didn't know I was, but now I might be.
See?
Thanks, Dustin, for having us. You'll see me soon. I'm sure of it. All right, here, let's talk about some events we got coming up. This one, Valley City Community Group is having free movie in the Millstream Park night tonight at dusk, sponsored by Taylor Welded Blanks. They're playing Super Mario Brothers. Bring your chair and blanket. Popcorn and shaved ice will be provided by Boy Scout Troop 502.
Love these outdoor movies.
Yeah, it's getting a little chilly, so we're going to have to, maybe there'll be some indoor movie nights later on in a couple months. Here's one.
American Red Cross Blood Drive. St. Mark's Lutheran Church. St. Mark's?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Now?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet? All right. Anyway, Blood Drive, come donate September 2nd, so that's tomorrow, right?
Yep.
8 a.m. to 1 p.m. at St. Mark's Lutheran Church at the corner of North Carpenter and Route 303.
Mm-hmm. Here's this one. Why don't you tell us about this one as well? Sunday at the Farm has a sports team day coming up. That's this Sunday from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. What's that all about?
You just told me to tell you about it.
Well,
but
there's
then,
more. Tell me.
I can't tell you about it. Wait. Okay. Yes, I can. Sunday at the Farm this week is sports team day. Come from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Wear your favorite sports team attire, whether it's vibrant colors, hats, t-shirts, scarves, or jerseys, representing any sport at any level, from Little League to the pros. Family gathering is all about the fun, embracing the sports spirit. As a highlight of the day, they'll be taking a photo behind the iconic Big Red Barn at 1 o'clock. So arrive a little bit before that. That's just going to be a good time. So
Here's one. Brunswick Skate Station is having a fundraiser. This will be on September 7th from 6:30 to 8:30. It's a normal skating session with a few perks. An exhibition from Michael and Susanna will do their performance. Raffle baskets, 50-50 raffle. $10 a ticket and a few session games. It's $7 admission plus rental. All proceeds go to the two of them who have been skating at the skate station for 14 years now. They're hardworking and excited to represent their county at the World Championships again this year. If you're unable to attend, you can also support them through a GoFundMe. You can find that on the Brunswick Skate Station Facebook
Nice.
page.
Says they're going to Columbia.
Yeah. Very talented individuals right there. Way to represent Brunswick, and good luck to them. This one's fun.
This looks like a good time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Autumn Shop and Hop coming up September 9th and September 10th.
Mm-hmm. The trick is you shop at one of these 5 places. Just hop in and you can shop whenever you start. Grab a hop card. When you spend $10 at any of the shops, you get a card stamp at that location. Once you get 5 stamps, you give the card to the last stop, and you'll be entered to win a drawing for a $50 gift card.
So Brothers Antique North on Pearl Road in Medina, Legacy Vintage Home on Pearl Road in Brunswick, Vintage Loft on Manhattan Circle in Brunswick, Fair Trade, Pearl Road next to Luna's, Brunswick, and Handmade Haven on Pearl Road in Strongsville. So that looks like food trucks and beverages available at select locations, it says.
I wonder which one they'll be. So head out and support those small businesses. Some of those have some really unique homemade, handmade, like furniture and home decor. And,
absolutely.
one-of-a-kind type stuff. Really talented on the refurbishing end of that. Here's another one for St. Mark's Lutheran. Rummage sale, Saturday, September 9th at 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. You can peruse a wide variety of items at this year's Sunshine Seniors Rummage Sale. Items range from steamer trunks and chairs to clothes, toys, games, books, and more. It looks like they have a drop-off where you can drop off the day before on Friday.
Oh, yeah?
During office hours, if you have anything that you would just like to donate to the rummage sale. You can check them out on their St. Mark Lutheran Church Facebook page. And there we go.
Can we do it now?
We got a few more things. You want to do it now?
No,
no.
Well,
it has to do with St. Mark's.
Should we wait? Should we do it now?
No, let's wait.
Okay.
Community Shred Day, also Saturday, September 9th, 9 a.m. till noon.
Holy heck.
Shred your personal
Busy
documents
weekend
securely.
around here.
Yeah. Drop-offs are limited to 4 sealed boxes or bags per vehicle. The event is free to Brunswick residents. That's going to be at Brunswick City Hall. Again, Saturday, September 9th, 9 a.m. till noon.
Everyone likes a good shred day. Oh, and don't forget, next week, trash is delayed by a day. I know. You know we're going to get this anyway, though.
All the time.
Every time, no matter how many times we post.
They didn't pick up my trash today. What's going on?
It's a holiday.
It's Labor Day.
So,
speaking of shredding, the City of Brunswick Branch Collection Program is expected to begin September 18th. So if you had some downed trees or some branches you need to get rid of, you can store those. And
I see what you did there. Shredding. Nice.
September 18th, all week long, the city will be around to collect branches.
We got Woven with Promise. We just want to give you a shout out. We'll get more information next week, but they are going to be collecting Halloween. What are those things called?
Costumes?
Yeah, thank you. Starting after Labor Day. So we'll have more information and maybe an alternative drop-off location. But if you're unfamiliar with Woven with Promise, check out their Facebook page. They assist women and children in need, sometimes in crisis. So they are an amazing organization right here in Brunswick, and they're housed at...
Oddly enough, St. Mark's.
St. Mark's.
All right. Well, why don't we just tell them?
It's time?
I guess so.
Oh, my gosh! All right, Brunswick, listen up. This is really important, really important. We're really excited. Lucas and I have been working on a project with the help of Hoffman Trees and the Sparanga family, and tree being the key word. We are having a 35-foot Christmas tree this year. It will be at St. Mark's on the corner of 303 and North Carpenter. We will have the lighting will be November 24th, I think it is, that Friday after Thanksgiving, around 7 o'clock. Whole bunch of details to come. We're going to have ornament decorating before that for the kids, so the kids can put something on there. We're really excited. This stuff is we're still putting it together, but we wanted to get it on your calendar, and because I can't keep a secret, and Lucas is saying, well, let's wait. No, let's not wait. We're really excited about it. I know a lot of people have wanted a community tree for a long time, and so this is something that we're very happy came together. And like I said, if it wasn't for the Sparangas and Hoffman Tree and
Outstanding Scapes
is going to be part of it in St. Mark's.
And a couple more businesses that
Key Profits.
We're in the works
we'll have a whole list of stuff like that. So.
It's going to be great to be able to drive by that and see it every day. It's going to be great that day to gather around. And
did I mention it was 35 feet tall?
Let's get some hot chocolate going. Are you 35 feet?
Yeah. We're going to have a hot chocolate bar.
Oh, yeah?
Celeste will be there with the truck, and she'll have a hot chocolate bar inside the truck.
Awesome.
Tons of details. We'll do an event page when we get closer and have all the details and stuff about it. But we've been behind the scenes working on that, and so we're a little excited about that, right?
So, stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to our podcast, whether you're watching it on YouTube or Spotify or wherever you listen or watch. Make sure you hit that bell button so that you can get all the updates.
Yeah, like that. That's exactly how you do it.
Comment, reach out to us if you'd like to be in a future episode, and that's all I have.
That's it. That's a lot.
That's it. See you next week for episode 16. Take care, Brunswick.
Bye, guys. Bye, Brunswick.
As always, I want to thank you for checking out the Brunswick Group Therapy podcast and for supporting local Brunswick area businesses. If you enjoyed your time, please check us out online at brunswickgrouptherapy.com, where you can continue the conversation with a voice message that may be featured on future podcast episodes or posts. You can also follow us on our Brunswick Group Therapy social media pages on both YouTube and Facebook. If you own or manage an area business and would like to be featured in an upcoming Brunswick Group Therapy podcast, please reach out to Kimberlee or I through any of our social media pages. We are passionate about supporting local, and it's the reason for this podcast.
Thank you for joining us for another therapy session. A reminder that the views, thoughts, and opinions expressed on this program are solely those of the participants and do not represent any business, group, employer, or organization. The material and information presented here is for general information and entertainment purposes only.